Carson. Look, I know that you've heard me and Fun talking about that you don't want Isaiah to date Scarlett, right? Yeah. Why? Because you know how I am sometimes. But Carson, I didn't think that would be good enough for that. It doesn't have to be like this, Brooklyn. Carson, what's really bothering you? It's nothing. Well, is there something that you want to talk about? I don't know. I haven't told you about what I've been going through the rest of my life. It's just kind of complicated. How complicated? Well, you probably wouldn't like this if I told you this, but I have someone who is coming into town, and turns out I have another brother. Another brother? Yeah. He's a surfer, and I don't really remember who he's being now. He's probably single, right? But I don't know. It's just not right to tell you all this stuff. Well, I would have just, no, you could have just told me. Yeah, well, this is different. Different? How different? Brooklyn, remember one time that I said that we could be together, to be together? Yeah? And you told me that your mother was French, right? Which I didn't know. I mean, I know we've gone on dates and stuff, but now since we're married, I don't know what to do. Well, you don't have to be like this. I mean, this isn't the first time that this happened. That's exactly why I would just explained it. Well, I know how much we loved each other till then, since we met in college. Yeah, but since we're husband and wife, why wouldn't be? Look, if you don't want Isaiah to date, that's fine. But they really are cute together. And I want that for him. And you're not giving him any of his support and his life. Well, that's why I don't give him anything of that. I mean, I know I'm overprotective, but that's not the reason. Is there, Brooklyn? Look, you're my husband, Carson. I know that how much we loved each other, and you never let Isaiah date. For the first time, we loved each other ever since my dad was crazy over protecting who I'm dating. Yeah, since you don't have a father, And now you're just telling me the whole truth? I didn't know you were born an orphan. How come you never told me that? Well, when I was an orphan, I didn't know what to speak in that certain language. I couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak French or anything. Oh. When I was in West Africa, they destroyed everything. Why? I don't know. All because that I was the only one that's there left. All of my parents were gone. You mean your grandparents? Yeah. But the point is, I know you weren't there for me at all. All I care about is dating other guys. That's exactly why you were dating Alex until then. He broke up with me. What? You said you broke up with him. I did, but now he broke up with me on the texting story. I can't believe I'm hearing all this. It's a few months ago, Carson. I didn't know what to expect. That's because we were in North Carolina before we even moved here. Brooklyn, I know how you get stressed a lot when it comes to our daughter. Look, she's not dying. And I realized that till now. What do you mean? What do I mean? What I mean is that you have no control over yourself, babe. I mean, since I'm with Chica and things are just different than it was. What? All because you spend time with your Chica and that just makes me think I'm like jealous of that? What? Why would you think that you'll be jealous when I have a connection to Chica? You said she was your patient. Well, not anymore, she's not. She's my Chica. She has Rebelki. Oh. This is why I should never let this happen. Well, you trusted Elijah to be with our daughter. That's why he's a doctor. He takes care of her. Since Dr. Joseph isn't here, now Elijah had to come help. And now our daughter is having seizures now. She had one this morning. What? Yeah. I knew it would have been terrible if that had to happen. How could you never told me about this? Because I don't want to be so surprising to make you feel worried. Well, I am. Babe, come on. I know it's tough, but you have to understand that being for where we are is just out there. And I know that we loved each other more than anything. I love you, Brooklyn. And I want to keep it that way. I know you've been through a lot with your life, and so am I. We're about to be in Tucson for Christmas. So, and that's where you're from. Well, basically where I was born, but yes. I'm really sorry. I know I should have made you worry like this. Look, this isn't your fault, okay? It's mine. I prayed for this to happen, but I didn't want to. Brooklyn, Why did you not tell me the whole truth about your life and that you were born an orphan? I was gonna tell you. And you just don't know what my life is gonna be for my future? Since we have 2 kids now? And now Isaiah's dating Scarlett and that bugs you? What? That's not the only reason why. Well, that's not the reason why you want this to happen, Carson. We both knew that we were going from. We both knew what we were going through from the very first of the beginning of our lives. And you even said that we can be never meant to be. But you never let this happen. You've been working, you've been out there, and you're working at home. And now I have to be so stressed about all this. I wouldn't just said it was. Carson, are you even thinking straight enough? Have I asked you to ruin everything? I didn't. What? Babe, this cannot be serious. I'm being serious, Carson. I can't believe what you did to me, and you said you dated a lot of girls lately. That was from high school. I told you the whole truth about that. Yeah, when you went into Gracie? I know how much you don't like her. I know that she wouldn't, that you wouldn't trust her to be with our daughter either. That's exactly my point. Because I knew that she'll fail at this, and that she has a boyfriend and Jeff. I mean, how can I be so stupid about this? You're not stupid. Don't say that. I am. But for our daughter's future, she wouldn't have to date like she would have. But now you're being so protective of Isaiah, of dating a girl. Why are you being like that? Being like what? Being so overprotective of our son. Because I didn't know how much this will happen. I was so hard on him, and you were. One time you've talked to our son when we were in North Carolina. You knew that I was having seizures, and ever since that happened, now our daughter is having it too. Hers is a lot worse than mine. I know. I can't believe this even happening. I guess now what you think of this, Brooklyn? I should just admit that after what did happen was my fault. I should have had to make out with Chica like that. You did what? I know it was wrong, and I should have done that. You were sleeping with her. We had that conversation when we were in North Carolina, Brooklyn. Don't you even remember last time you talked about this? You always sleep with Patience before. No, I haven't. This is like the first time you lied to me. What? Lying to your own wife like this? After what has happened, you could have just told me the truth. And then you didn't. I didn't say that I would lie. I would just tell you everything that I know. Really. After all this, that would have just happened, Carson. You never told me anything. I'm your wife. You let this happen. Brooklyn, please. I don't want to lose you. Well, you're not gonna lose me. Okay? I'm gonna lose myself for this. You're not gonna lose yourself. And I am. I can't believe that we got married and now we're fighting again. We've been fighting a lot since we've been engaged. I was selfish. Really? Yeah. I just could have waited to tell you after what I've been going through. But then I gotten worse and could have just told you the whole truth. Sorry. Carson, you don't have to apologize. It's okay. I know how much you didn't want Isaiah to date Scarlett in the first place. That is exactly why I didn't want him to. I wanted him to be friends with her, not just date. Wait, this is his first relationship with her. I mean, how can you even stand that? Look, we're his parents, and we have to let him. Well, I don't. Why are you always being so protective? That's just what I am. And that is my personality. Since this happened, I can't believe that Isaiah is out dating again. He's 17 years old. He's a teenager. He doesn't know what he's doing. If he had a reason, he would. You're being hard on yourself, Carson. Am I hard on myself? Do you think that would have just happened if I had a talk with our son about this? You've been so hard on him lately. I know, and I should have just acted like I was protective of him, and now I am. You almost hurt him. You gave him the black eye. I know that I did. Ugh. Now I feel bad. You almost hurt his arm. Yeah, but now he doesn't have a cast on now. Now it's all healed up. How can I even trust you? What? You don't trust me? Now after what you did to our son? You hurt him. And you hurt a lot of people before. I have not. You even broke his heart. Broke Alex's heart. You mean your sister? Yes, my baby sister. Also, it's our baby sister that you've broken her heart. And that was the first time you've broken mine. Your other sister, Melissa, has been going through so much pain with her life, and now she's dating Elijah. Wow. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's heading for us? Or for any one of us that is letting our family down? I know that I let this happen. I should have just told you this would have happened in the first place. And then you didn't. See, you had to lie for that reason. I didn't know what to expect, Brooklyn. I know this would have happened. Carson, you didn't tell me the truth about what you were feeling and how much you cared and how much our kids would have cared too. And since Charles came to see Alex, you didn't know why he was gonna come. And then you had to have that conversation with your sister, with Melissa. You yelled at her. I didn't yell at my own sister. You did. I've seen worse, okay? I've been so much pain and anxiety and depression, and I had seizures. And now our daughter is having it. But that's not the only reason. You used to date my twin. That was happened when you were with your old self. You didn't want me to. Yeah, but now I realize that he doesn't like me. The same reason you hated him, for that reason. That's why I was with my old self form. Now you see what I'm going through? Look, I didn't know that you have another brother that's coming into town for a few weeks. Did he texted you? No. Did he call you? No, Brooklyn. He didn't call or text. Okay, all I can say is that he's out there somewhere. I just can't believe it's just all happening so fast. Carson, you could have just told me the truth about your life too. I didn't know that you were half Mexican. I didn't know you were French until you told me. We were going to Albuquerque. We did, but we ended up not going. That was last year. Right. Maybe we can go again for our honeymoon. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know who's gonna babysit our kids while we're gone. I know this is the first time that we ever had our honeymoon before, but it's usually the end of the month. Yeah, I know. Just wishing this didn't happen. Oh, babe. Carson. Can't end the video now.